Today I'm going to test something that was suggested. I'm using double rates of picture per second, and I'll start out with no stabilization. And I'll turn stabilization off to start with. So let's start. And remember, this is no stabilization and the surface is quite flat, so it shouldn't be too bad. And I think that should be more or less sufficient, so I'll stop recording and I'll change to rock steady. And I continue. And now I'm using rock steady. It should be so interesting to see how the details look now, if they are smeared or not. And of course this is a new test after I uploaded the last firmware upgrade. I'm not going to test all of the stabilization modes. I will only test rock steady and horizontal and see what it makes out of it. So just coming up here and I'll change to horizontal. Sorry, horizon balancing I mean. So I change to horizon balancing and then I'll start again. Let's see the difference. What I will do as well is that I will change the frame rate to call it normal frame rate, at least for Norway, which is 27 picture per frame. Sorry, 25 picture per frame, and do the same tests to see if potential smearing will do any change. Okay, I think this was a good one doing horizon balancing. So I'll stop and change the frame rate to 25, and I'll turn the stabilization off because it's reasonably flat, so it should be quite steady anyway. So I'll start recording again. And this is frame rate of 25 picture per frame and no stabilization. Okay, now let's go to rock steady. Sorry, this was rock steady, I must have missed, so I'll turn it off. Now the stabilization is off. The last one was rock steady. And that reminds me I have to be steady over these rocks. Okay, so this is no stabilization. And let's do the horizon balancing. Okay, now we're doing horizon balancing. And we're now going into an area where there's a bit brighter. And let's see if that will change anything. Okay, I'll stop now. Back to rock steady and 50 frames per second. I want to test this in this area where there's a bit more light. Okay. And as you will understand on the video is that I am recording the screen of the Mimo app, so I can see all the different exposure values. And I'm not using any other microphone on the camera other than the camera itself. It's correct to say that it's wet now. I'll do a short test again to see if all of these tiny details is shown or if it's going to be smeared because it's reasonably dark. Well, that is this time of year anyway. But anyway, it's interesting to see.